Hi, it's John Terry with Vision Advisors, and welcome to another Selling Secrets of the Top 5%. This is Selling Secret number 32, building your authority to stand out in the crowd. You know, this is something the top 5% do extremely well, and this is why they are in top 5% in their particular industry. They are known as an authority figure in their industry. You know, if you pause and think about the health and wellness space, there are authority figures and experts that immediately come to mind. You stop and think about the leadership space, there are authority figures that come to mind. You stop and think about the financial industry in which you and I work, there are people in that industry that we see as authority figures and as experts. You pick the industry, the individuals that lead in that industry are seen as authority figures and experts in that industry. And if you want to be in top 5% status and you want to move to that elite opportunity in your practice, you too have to be seen as the authority figure and the expert. Now, why is this important? Again, you got to remember, people are looking for an expert to solve their problems. Life insurance agents are a dime a dozen. Annuity agents are a dime a dozen. Medicare supplement, disability income, long-term care. You pick the product line, stocks and bonds, stockbrokers, money managers. They are a dime a dozen. But when you are seen as a professional and you position yourself as an authority figure and an expert, this is one of the things the top 5% has learned to master in their practice, and that is positioning themselves so that they are seen as the go-to expert to create innovative solutions for their clientele. And as a result of that, they are able to command a presence and to command a higher premium for what they do, because people are willing to pay more to work with a knowledgeable expert than a novice in the industry or someone that is seen as just the same as everyone else. So you may be asking the question at this point, okay, John, how do I, as a sales professional, pivot so that my clients see me as an authority figure, so that the prospects I'm looking to engage with in the marketplace perceive me as an expert? Well, there's some things that you can do in your practice and you should be doing. Let's talk about a few of those and some ideas there. Number one, making sure that you have a professional image in the marketplace. This is something the top 5% pay close attention to. Their office, when you walk into it, looks attractive. It invites and speaks of the successful individual that they are. If someone walks into your office and the furniture is old and dilapidated, the pictures on the wall look like they came out of an old motel, the floors are not vacuumed, and your office does not speak success, you're not putting out the image of the professional that you are. Your website, your social media, the way you dress, your conduct in the industry, the organizations that you belong to, the civic groups and the community groups that you are a part of, everything there gives you an opportunity to put yourself out there as a professional so that you are seen as an authority figure and an expert. Another area where you can really work on your image is making sure that in your interactions with the public, you focus on building relationship. One of the things the top 5% do well is they understand their clients are not a transaction, that they are simply there to sell something, a product or a service, and then move on to the next opportunity. They build relationship because they understand clients are going to have multiple needs throughout their lives. And as they build relationship with their client, they're now positioning themselves to be the go-to problem solver, so that as an individual solves one money problem and the next money problem pops up, they're going to think of that individual that they are engaged with, that they're in community with, that they are in relationship with, to ask them to help them solve that problem. And another part of a relationship-focused practice is that as you're building relationship and you're nurturing that friendship and that camaraderie with your clients, now as individuals in your client's inner circle come to them and say, I've got a money problem. Who do I turn to for help? Guess whose name is going to come to the top of their mind? that's you. Being relationship focused is one of the key areas where the top 5% stand out as an authority figure and an expert because they take the time to continually invest back into the lives of their clients. Another area where the top 5% really show up and show out as being an authority figure and an expert is they have systems and processes in place so that they are highly organized when they meet with their clients. They're highly organized in their follow-up and follow-through systems so that applications being taken don't drag out because you don't go back and get the information that's required to finish that. They have a CRM system in place so that they are constantly scheduling follow-up, annual reviews, making sure that they're reaching out on birthdays, anniversaries, and other special dates, and staying engaged with their customers and utilizing their organizational systems and processes to continually be top of mind aware, add significant value, and continue to over deliver to their customers so they are seen as the most important asset of your practice. And think about that. They really are. Without your customers, you don't have a business. If you treat them like the gold mine they are, protect them, love them, make sure that you're nurturing and providing value to them, they can be your greatest asset and your greatest cheerleader. Another area the top 5% make sure when they're having conversations with their client, they are solutions focused and they're not product pitchers. The days of the transactional sales professional are waning. It's like the dinosaur that the meteor has hit. All of the debris is up in the air and the climate is cooling. If you are a product pitcher and the only thing that you can think of is how am I going to sell this particular annuity or this particular life insurance solution, guess what? It's not about a product. It's about what the product does. If you become solutions focused in your practice, identifying the problem the customer has and then presenting a solution to the customer, the product simply becomes the tool to solve the problem. This unique sales approach is something the top 5% do effectively. And oftentimes they don't even mention the product until very late in the sales presentation because they identify the problem, they present a solution to solve the problem. They get the customer to agree that this particular solution is the answer that they are seeking and the best answer to solve that particular problem. And then the product or the service comes in on the back end as the delivery mechanism, the tool that is used to bring about the desired result. That is a way that the top 5% again stand out as an authority figure and an expert because they're not calling up their customers and saying, who do you know that wants to buy an annuity? Hey, I've got this great life insurance product. Would you like to take a look at it? Now you sound just like every other transactional producer in the marketplace. The top 5% sell differently. They position themselves differently in their client conversations. That's one of the ways they stand out in the crowd. Also, a top 5% sales professional has a staff. And in today's marketplace, there's no reason why you shouldn't have a staff, whether it's a full-time person, a part-time person, or a virtual assistant. If it's nothing more than a paid answering service that answers the phone when someone calls so that you are now positioning yourself as being more than a one-man band, that you are more than just a solopreneur, you've got an opportunity now to position yourself as being seen as more professional, more successful, and viewing yourself as a top 5% in the mind and the perception of your customer. Relatively inexpensive to do this in this day and age, and we've got some significant solutions that we can share if you're looking to go into the virtual part-time or full-time space with a staff member. But you may say, John, I'm doing a lot of this already, but I really don't stand out as the authority figure and the expert. Well, I'm glad you may have picked up on that because if you're doing all the things we talked about, good for you. That'll move you into the top 25%. But if you really want to go into the top 5% and truly be seen as an authority figure and a go-to expert, here's something else you need to consider. What am I talking about? The top 5% will utilize a newsletter, either electronic or a paper magazine or both. Something that they are delivering to their clients on a regular and consistent basis so that they are staying in front of their customer. We have a number of financial professionals we work with that are delivering a high quality, glossy magazine. Looks like Home and Garden, Better Homes and Garden. Looks like something that you would get from a subscription service that is uniquely delivered to your clients for a nominal fee, $2 to $3 a month per client. Your picture, your image is there, your write-up is there. You've got an opportunity to advertise some of what you do, but more importantly, to tell your story, to build relationship, and to add value in a significant way with a newsletter or a magazine that can be shared. Now, when we think about authority figures and an expert, what else do we think about? The fact that authority figures and experts are researchers. They are constantly studying, constantly growing themselves as the consummate professional they are, and they periodically release a white paper or a research report. Now, that white paper or research report could be a third-party article from one of the sources that you use to grow your knowledge base and to expand your wisdom, and you share that resource with your customers. Maybe you add your own color commentary to that third-party article. Maybe you take that third-party article and you summarize it and you issue that as a white paper. Maybe you do some surveys and you do some interactions with your customers and you develop your own white papers or research, or maybe it's a combination of those. Another area the top 5% utilize on a regular and consistent basis, and it's one of the ways they market themselves, is they offer how-to guides, they offer checklists that they can provide to prospective customers to give them an opportunity to try to do it on their own and then realize they need the help of the authority figure and an expert to have it done with them so they can get it completely done. And being able to bring those how-to guides and checklists back to your existing clients creates an opportunity for a follow-up conversation to make sure that they have properly planned in that area in their financial wellness plan they're doing with you. Another area the top 5% work in, and it's an area that we're going to spend some time talking about over the next few weeks, and we've recently recorded a training about this that if you haven't seen it, I want to encourage you to go to our Vision Advisors website, click on our YouTube button, and go visit our YouTube channel, and that's creating a private social media engagement group for your existing customers. This is an opportunity for you to invite your customers that are already doing business with you to come into a private social media group. It can be a private Facebook page or a private LinkedIn page where you're offering up unique content. You're offering up engagement. You're having live conversation, or you're sharing video clips of insights, thoughts, inspirational things that is specifically members only, adding value to them. Now, you may come in and say, John, my clients aren't on social media. And I would say you're full of it. Everybody today at some level is engaged in social media. Virtually everybody in the 55 and older marketplace is moving there because during the COVID-19 pandemic, that's how they stayed connected with friends and family and neighbors when they weren't able to get out all across the country and all around the world. Your clients are on social media in some format. If you're telling me your clients are not there, what you're actually saying is, I don't know how to effectively use social media to engage my customers and to engage prospective customers. That's an area we can help. But this private social media group has turned into a very powerful tool for engagement. And when it is unique content that is shared exclusively with your members, and then they have an opportunity to go out and talk about that with their friends, their family, their neighbors, their coworkers, other individuals they are involved with in the community, other people want to be part of something that's private, unique, and exclusive. Now, another area where we see the top 5% stand out is many of them will do a podcast. That is actually an opportunity to do something similar to what you're hearing me do here. It can either be a video, it can be audio, or it can be both. It can be you sharing content and information like I'm sharing with you in video as well as audio, depending on what format and what channel you're listening to this. You can be the host where you're interviewing other guests. You can go out and find other podcasts that you can be interviewed on where you are being interviewed as the authority figure and the expert so that your clients can see that you are being interviewed and seen as an authority figure on other people's podcasts. And now that elevates your status as an authority figure in the minds of your clients. Or you can do a combination of these to have an opportunity to really build your brand and to build who you are. You can go out on Clubhouse. You can go out on Anchor, Spotify. You can do a YouTube channel. You can do a Vimeo channel, an area that we can help you cultivate and develop podcasting, or what is now called vlog casting, where you're doing a video podcast or a combination of the two. Now, keep in mind, this is less expensive than radio or television, but it can have the same or greater impact because with radio or television, they've got to tune in at a specific time. We know that people tend to listen to the radio when they're driving, and they're only going to hear 8, 10, 12 minutes average drive time in and around areas where they're going to be stopped or distracted to get your message out. If you're doing a TV show, they can only watch that TV show whatever particular time it's on. But if you're doing a podcast or a vlog, or you have your own YouTube channel, now you've got on-demand access to the content that you're putting out there. It's a great way to build yourself as an authority figure and an expert. Again, this is another area of marketing where we can help you grow and excel. And of course, you can always write a book where you are seen as the authority figure and the expert. Now, writing a book is not as hard as you think. It's an area that we can help you with. I've written 4 books. They have been highly successful in branding me as an expert. I'm happy to share with you how I write my books and how we can help you write your own book in as little as a week and have an opportunity to be seen as an authority figure or an expert. Or we have individuals that we have negotiated discounted rates with that you can hire that can interview you, and from that interview, write your book for you. And then you publish that book and you get seen again as an authority figure and an expert. Now, these things right here, and these are just a handful of things, there are other opportunities that are out there where you could be on radio, you could be on television. There are other things you could be doing to be seen as an authority figure or an expert. You could be putting up landing pages on the web and being seen as an authority figure, marketing digital content, marketing downloads to engage in the type of customers that you want to attract to your business. That's, again, another way that you can position yourself as an authority figure or an expert. But here's the important thing to remember. Your clients and your prospective clients are looking for someone that they can work with. They don't want to work with someone that looks just the same as everybody else. They are looking for a professional, an authority figure, and an expert who they believe can uniquely solve the problem that's keeping them awake at night, the money issue that keeps them anxious, afraid, concerned, worried that they're not going to be able to see financial success, that the money they've saved is not going to last as long as they do in retirement, that they're not going to be able to save enough money to put their kids through college, that they're not going to be able to save enough money to buy the home of their dreams, that they're in debt up to their eyeballs and they're looking for a solution to get out of debt. And you can show them how to get out of debt in as little as 9 years or less without spending any more money than they're spending now. Those are strategies and tools and marketing resources and programs that we offer here at Vision Advisors that can position you as a unique authority figure and an expert. And when a customer finds that unique professional that can solve their problem, they extend their hand and they want to do business with you. Now, as we wrap this particular episode up, if this is what you're looking for in your practice and you would love to be able to transition from the success you're seeing now into a greater level of success, to scale your practice, to get in front of a higher quality prospect, or if you're already in front of the perfect prospect, to have the opportunity to get in front of more of that type of customer on a consistent and regular basis, that's what we can help you with here at Vision Advisors. That's what we do with financial professionals just like you every single day. So if that's what you're looking for, let me encourage you to give us a call at Vision Advisors, 1-800-505-8489. Press 0 to be connected to one of our business consultants, and let's have a conversation about what's working in your practice, what's not, and where we may be able to add value and help you grow your business. You can also visit our website, visionadvisorsinc.com. Scroll to the bottom of the home page, and you will see all of our consultants with a direct link to their calendar. There you can schedule time to get on their calendar and have a conversation about your practice, what's working, what's not, where you would like to see a greater level of success, and then we can have a conversation about how we can help you. What does that cost you? Absolutely nothing. We will take our time to initially invest in you, talk through a strategy call of the ways that we can help you see success, and then you can make a decision at that point if you want to begin to work with us or not. We also invest back in the producers that work with us based upon the volume of business they write with us, and we have many producers that have their marketing 100% paid for simply because they're doing business with Vision Advisors. And by the way, while you're on our website, visionadvisorsinc.com, don't forget to like our Facebook and our LinkedIn page, because we're daily posting insights, resources, sales tips, conversation starters that you can use with your prospects to begin to engage them about relevant financial topics happening in the industry today. And don't forget, while you're also there, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and click the little bell so that every time we add content to our ever-growing library of sales training, over 160 videos and counting, and this one's going to be added to that. We add to our learning library every single week, and it's an opportunity for you to continue to grow yourself, develop yourself, and continue to hone your skills as the consummate financial professional that you are. Those are the tools and resources we bring to the table, and a lot more. So if you would like an opportunity to connect with us, reach out, 1-800-505-8489. I'm John Terry with Vision Advisors. I want to say thanks for joining us for this Selling Secrets of the Top 5%. We look forward to having a conversation with you soon, and have a great day.